So we are going to look at graphing a linear equation. In this case, we're going to look at a positive slope. So our example set asks us to graph the following. So y is equal to 2x plus 1. So if you remember, this is actually a linear equation. If we look at it in the model of y equals mx plus b, we do have it in the linear format. We don't necessarily have to directly know that to do the graphing process, but it's nice to know that it should be coming out as a linear relationship. So we are going to graph it using the table of values method. So remember that you want to choose at least 5 values for your x value, and then we'll substitute that into our y. So I'm going to choose 0. I'm going to choose 2 positive values, so 1 and 2, and 2 negative values, negative 1 and negative 2. We don't necessarily have to use those specific ones, but those are the ones that I'm going to actually utilize. And then we can substitute into our y value, which is 2 times x plus 1. So we're basically substituting in for x here. So 2 times 2 plus 1 gives me a y value of 5. 2 times 1 plus 1 gives me a y value of 3. 2 times 0 plus 1 gives me a y value of positive 1. 2 times negative 1 plus 1 gives me a y value of negative 1. 2 times negative 2 plus 1 gives me a y value of negative 3. So all of these create ordered pairs for us. So 2 and 5, 1 and 3, 0 and 1, negative 1 and 1, and then negative 2, negative 3. So these are all our x, y pairs. Remember, x comes first and then y, and we can take these values and graph it on our Cartesian plane. So below is a little bit of graph paper for us. So we do need to do a little bit of work to create our axes and our scale and make sure that we're labeling appropriately. So let's take a moment to do that. So we do need an x-axis and a y-axis. So I'm going to use this line as my x, and then this line is my y. Obviously, when you're doing it, please use a ruler. It's not, mine's just sort of a sketch out for it. And then I'm going to just use a scale of 1. So again, just watch carefully what you're graphing and how you want to do that. But I'm just going to use each value as 1. So positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. Positive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, etc., etc. So when I'm graphing my points on my line, so my first point is given as positive 2, positive 5. So remember, x goes first. So 2 and 5 on my Cartesian plane is going to be over 2, up 5. So that's my point there. And then my next value is 1 and 3. So positive 1, positive 3. Next value is 0 and 1. 0 and 1. And then I have negative 1, negative 1. And negative 2, negative 3. So again, you'll notice we're getting a linear relationship coming out here. So we should finish it off by drawing our line in between these. And linear relationships don't stop, so they do continue forever. So I'm just going to put a little arrow on each of the ends, knowing that it continues on and on and on. And I am going to label this. So this graph is actually a graph of y is equal to 2x plus 1.